Global currency reset. Record bank gold buying happening now. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Global currency reset. Record bank gold buying happening now. On August 13, 2024 by Awake IN 3D. Central banks are stockpiling gold like there is no tomorrow as they prepare for a global currency reset. As economies around the world face challenges like rising debt and inflation, I think we can all agree that we're on the verge of a significant financial system shift, a global currency reset. In recent years, there's been a growing sense that the current global financial system, which relies heavily on paper money, or fiat currencies, is clearly on its path to a logical conclusion in the form of a worldwide systemic crash. This means that countries will move away from relying solely on traditional fiat currencies like the US dollar and instead turn to something real, like gold, to back their currencies. To prepare for this possible reset, central banks in various countries have been buying large amounts of gold. They see gold as a safe and reliable asset that can protect their economies if the value of paper fiat currency falls. This article will explore why central banks are making these moves and what it means for the future of our financial system. In this article, 1. Record gold purchases by central banks in 2024 signal preparation for a global currency reset. 2. Key factors driving central bank gold accumulation. 3. How gold will anchor a global currency reset. 4. The global economic impact of central banks' gold strategy. As concerns about the stability of the global fiat currency system grow, central banks around the world are aggressively purchasing gold. By mid-2024, these purchases had set a new record, indicating preparations for an impending global currency reset. Central banks added a net 483 tons of gold in the first 6 months of the year, reflecting a strategic move towards gold as a hedge against the risks of the current financial system. Record gold purchases by central banks in 2024 signal preparation for a global currency reset. Central banks globally have been on a gold buying spree in 2024, with a net addition of 483 tons in the first half of the year. This surge represents a 5% increase from the previous record of 460 tons set in the first half of 2023. Despite a slight slowdown in the second quarter, central banks bought 183 tons of gold during this period, a figure that remains historically high. This activity is largely driven by concerns over a potential global currency reset, as trust in the fiat currency system continues to erode. Key factors driving central bank gold accumulation. The concept of a global currency reset is gaining traction as central banks increasingly view gold as a safeguard against the vulnerabilities of the current financial system. Countries like China, India, and Turkey have significantly increased their gold reserves, reflecting their strategic intent to diversify away from fiat currencies, particularly the US dollar. China, which paused its official gold purchases in May and June, is speculated to be acquiring gold off the books, contributing to the demand. This move aligns with broader concerns about the sustainability of the fiat currency system and the potential for a financial reset anchored by gold. How gold will anchor a global currency reset. The possibility of a global currency reset is prompting central banks to accumulate gold, positioning it as a key element in a new financial system. With the fiat currency system showing signs of strain, exacerbated by high levels of debt and inflation in major economies, gold is being viewed as a stable alternative. Poland, for instance, has made significant strides to increase the share of gold in its total reserves to 20%. This strategy reflects a broader trend where central banks are preparing for a possible transition to a gold-backed system, which could offer more stability in a rapidly changing economic landscape. The global economic impact of central banks' gold strategy. The strategic accumulation of gold by central banks is a clear indicator that a global currency reset is on the horizon. The World Gold Council's recent survey reveals that nearly 30% of central banks plan to add more gold to their reserves over the next 12 months. This widespread interest in gold underscores its value in a future where fiat currencies may no longer hold any level of trust. As central banks continue to stockpile gold, the global economy will witness a significant shift towards a system where gold plays a central role, altering the dynamics of international trade, investment, and monetary policy. The bottom line: the record-setting gold purchases by central banks in 2024 highlight a growing consensus that the global fiat currency system is approaching its end. As fears of a global currency reset mount, central banks are turning to gold to protect their economies. This trend suggests that gold will soon become the cornerstone of a new financial system, reshaping the global economic order in profound ways. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.